Chapter 425, The Dark Angels vs the Ultimate Vampire. It starts in the city in the dead of night. Spider-Man and Harry Osborn are being attacked by a group of vampires. Spider-Man, you think he's trying to? Harry Osborn, turn us into vampires by biting us? The vampire growls, it looks that way. They fought off the vampires and got away. At the prison, Clayface is now getting out of prison for good behavior. Commissioner Gordon, how does it feel to be the first Arkham inmate to be released on good behavior, Hagen? Clayface, actually, it feels nice. Harvey Bullock, where are you going to go now? Clayface, I'm going to Royal York to visit some friends. Clayface left the prison fully reformed and he heard a scream in an alley down the street and went to check it out. Clayface, uh-oh. He saw a person biting the neck of a woman and drinking her blood. Clayface, hey. Clayface formed a hammer of clay and punched the assailant. It slammed into the wall. Clayface saw that Yumi was bitten. Clayface, Yumi. Yumi was still conscious. Clayface, Yumi, are you alright? Yumi, yeah. Screams in pain. Clayface, what happened to you? The creature got up. It was really a vampire. Clayface, what the? A vampire? Yumi, that's what bit me. Vampire, what? How do you resist the change? Yumi, buddy, you just made a big mistake. Yumi then grew fangs and her eyes became red and slit and her power increased a lot. She punched him in the face and slashed him in half with her katana and the vampire exploded into flames. Clayface, that was awesome Yumi. Yumi, thanks Matt. So they let you out of prison? Clayface, for good behavior and I want to join the redemption squad. Yumi, awesome. Let's go home. Back at the estate we were watching TV and having a chat. Joe Swanson and Ernie were with us. Ernie, you know, Stewie. I remember all the times you summoned me for help when you and Brian were chasing Bertram through the multiverse. Stewie, you do? Ernie, yep. I especially liked it when I helped you beat all those frat boys in the first universe you went to. Joe, I remember helping you guys as well. Especially in that universe where the handicapped people ruled Quahog with an iron fist. Shudders, can't believe I was a bad guy in that place. Me, that is so cool. It's hard to imagine that there are more universes than anyone else can even imagine. Lincoln, it's hard to imagine it myself. The door opened and in came Yumi and Clayface. Yumi, hey guys. I'm back. Me, hey Yumi. And Matt? Clayface, hey JD. Me, they let you out of prison for good behavior? Clayface, they sure did. I want to join the redemption squad. Me, that offer is still open and I'm glad. Welcome aboard. Clayface, thanks JD. But we had an unusual encounter. There are vampires running amok. Me, vampires? Yumi, yeah. One of them attacked me and bit me. I became one and destroyed it. Yumi showed her neck and it had 2 bleeding holes on it. We gasped when we saw this. Me, but how is it that you can control the change Yumi? Yumi, I don't know JD. I somehow can. Me, that's weird. Watch beeps, oh my. There's a party going on at Wayne Manor and we were invited to it. Lincoln, we better get ready. It starts in 30 minutes. Me, yeah. We all got ready and we went to the party. We were at the party and we were dressed really nice. Clayface was disguised as a middle-aged man with blonde hair and brown eyes. Lots of people from around Gotham Royal York were there including famous Gotham Royal York newspaper reporter Vicky Vale. Me, thanks for inviting us Bruce. Batman, not a problem JD. How have things been with you? Me, been going good. Clayface was released from prison for good behavior. Batman, that's good. Did he join the redemption squad? Very. just newly recruited. Aline, he's loving it. Me, yet. To Vicky, Ms. Vale, you are looking as lovely as ever. Vicky, thank you JD. But call me Vicky. Me, sorry. Man, to Vicky, Transylvanian accent, truly magnificent. Vicky, oh my necklace. It's a family heirloom. Me, I don't believe we met Mr. Dracula, Alucard. Dr. Alucard. Me, pleasure to meet you. JD. Knudsen, leader of Team Loud Phoenix Storm. Batman, Bruce Wayne. I don't believe we met. Dracula, I am new to Gotham Royal York, a recent transport from Eastern Europe. Batman, really? What line of work are you in? Dracula, cultural anthropology. I am here to study your city's Batman. Me, fascinating. Vicky, play. Our cities? You mean to tell me that Budapest has a dark knight too? Dracula, rare instances have been documented of a man who assumes the likeness of a bat in societies as well as modern. And I believe that while instilling fear by night, these beings cloak themselves in normal members of society. Aline, interesting. Cody, that's an interesting study. Batman, it sure is. Dracula, bats are interesting creatures. Lucy was looking at him like she knows him from somewhere and like she had seen him before. Dracula, I'm curious about this machine you have there. Me, I was just going to ask about that. Batman, the Wayne Industries S05. It's the most efficient technology to date for collecting solar energy and storing it as true sunlight. Me, wow. Lincoln, that is so cool. Lisa, indeed. It's a very scientific achievement in the production and use of solar energy in power production. Later, as the party was going on, we saw Alfred going after a man. Alfred, empty-handed? This time I'm out for blood. He grabbed the man by the shoulder as he was in front of a mirror. Alfred, Stipes. Mr. Stipes. Now what is wrong with this picture? Correct, no cheese platter. Which means you are headed the wrong way. But he wasn't answering. Alfred, and look at yourself. How am I? He saw that Stipes had no reflection at all in the mirror. Alfred, oh dear. He turned and roared at Alfred, and we saw that Stipes was a vampire. Me, gasp, a vampire. Lucy fired a blast of black lightning and reduced him to dust. Lucy, are you all right, Mr. Alfred? Alfred, yes thank you Madam Lucy. Lucy, you are welcome. Batman, are you all right Alfred? Alfred, yes Master Bruce. Bruce, JD, everyone, come with me. Bruce took a woman's lipstick in a platter tray. Me, what are you writing Bruce? Vicky, what's going on? Batman, I'm writing his name. He wrote Alucard on the platter. When he held it up to the mirror, we gasped in sheer horror at his real name. Dracula. Me, Dracula. Lucy, gasp. I knew there was something familiar about that man. Lainey, Dracula is real? How is that possible? Brittany, my ancestors' most hated enemy has returned. Thunder and lightning crashes. In the Batcave we were learning more about Dracula. Yumi, vampires have invaded Gotham Royal York. Me, we're not just being visited by vampires, Yumi. Batman, but the king of all vampires. Count Dracula. Vicky, I thought he was just a story. Brittany, he is all too real Vicky. My ancestor killed him in 1888 in Transylvania. Lincoln, who is your ancestor Brittany? Brittany, his name was Gabriel Van Helsing. He was the greatest vampire hunter that ever lived, and he's the man that was known as the man that killed Dracula. We are not only descended from witches and Wiccans, but we are also descended from the greatest vampire hunter that ever lived. We all gasp at this incredible revelation. Me, so we are descended from Gabriel Van Helsing, the ultimate vampire hunter? That's incredible. Very. It sure is. Vicky, I had no idea you had such an amazing history. Lucy, Dracula has always been known for striking fear into the hearts of man over the centuries. He is the ultimate incarnate of evil. Brittany, it's worse than that, Lucy. Dracula is the son of the devil himself. Lynn, that is really bad. Ink, it sure is. Brittany, you guys have to understand. Dracula is not just an ordinary vampire. He's the ultimate vampire. He gave my ancestor a really rough fight and he almost died fighting him. Linka, that's awful. Vicky, yeah. How did Dracula come into being? Brittany, he wasn't always a vampire at first. Vlad Dracula III was really the son of Valerius the Elder. It started when he was murdered. My ancestor killed him because he was called the left hand of God. In 1462, when he died, he made a deal with the devil, which gave him a new life and he can only sustain it by drinking blood. Valerius, having given birth to the ultimate incarnation of evil, went to Rome, Italy to seek forgiveness. That's when a huge bargain was made. He was to kill Dracula in return for his family to cross over into heaven from purgatory. But because Dracula was his son, he couldn't do it. He hesitated at the last second and he couldn't bring himself to kill his own flesh and blood. So instead he exiled him to a fortress somewhere in Russia, sending him into a door from which there was no return. The devil gave him wings as a result. Lola, but how did your ancestor kill him? Brittany, it was a brutal fight and in the end Van Helsing stabbed Dracula in the heart with a stake and he thought he killed him. But in the end it only put him into dormancy. The Valerius family will not be at peace until Dracula is dead and sent back to hell where he belongs. Me, that's awful. And I know someone in Romania that is descended from Valerius the Elder, Anna Valerius IV. She's the only living member of the family still alive. Brittany, Dad, you better go get her and let her know that Dracula has returned after 130 years. Me, you got it. I beam over to Romania. Brittany, our best chance is to kill Dracula with Bruce's solar energy machine. We burn him to ashes and we erase all chances of him ever returning. Lincoln, but he can only come out at night. Brittany, that's right, and I have a plan. In Romania, I was at Fancy Mansion and I go up to the door and knock on it. The door answered and out came Anna Valerius IV. Me, Anna. Anna, Romanian accent, JD. Knudsen. It's great to see you again. Me, you too, Anna. But I'm afraid I didn't come here just to have a social conversion. I have some really grim news for you. Dracula has returned. Anna gasped when she heard me say that. Anna, how can that be? Van Helsing killed him. Me, no. He only put him into dormancy. 130 years had passed since then and now he's returned in Gotham Royal York. The whole world is in danger and we have to stop him at all costs. My daughter Brittany is a direct descendant of Van Helsing. Anna, I'll get ready now. Anna got ready and she had a powerful sword on her hip and was dressed in warrior clothes. Anna, let's go. Me, okay. Stay close to me. We beam back to Gotham Royal York. In the Batcave we arrived. Me, we're back. Brittany, great. You must be Anna Valerius IV. Anna, that's right. And you must be Brittany. Brittany, that's right. Brittany Van Helsing Knudsen at your service. Anna, it's an honor. Brittany, okay, here's my plan. Brittany revealed her plan. When Dracula comes out at dusk, Brittany and the Goths are gonna lead him into a series of caves that connect to the Batcave. Once in there we're gonna lure him into the front of Bruce's solar energy collector and blast him with the sun's light and incinerate him into nothing. Me, that's an awesome plan, Brittany. Okay. We strike at sunset. Suddenly a portal of darkness appeared and a sword came out. Think of the sword Vorthalok from Kit Ray. Vicky saw the sword and was drawn to it. She picked up the sword and was in a tornado of dark purple fire and orange fire. Mana, what's happening? Lainey, another elemental choosing. When the tornado died down, Vicky had black angel wings that were darker than the night and she had the sword in her hand. Vicky, what happened? Me, you were given powers because of that sword. Let me see here. I pull out my Legends book and found an amazing discovery. Me, here it is. Vicky got darkness powers because of the sword of Zorya, the two guardian goddesses of the day and the night in Slavic mythology. Once every 200 years, they send a sword of the sun and the moon to a worthy soul. It is imbued with the powers of the sun and the moon and give the wielder powers over light and darkness. They will also get winged flight, super strength, cosmic light, and darkness manipulation, form beasts of light and darkness, the ability to summon the undead, resurrect the dead and even cure vampirism. Vicky, whoa. That's incredible. Lincoln, that's amazing. Vicky, you've been chosen to get these powers like we have. Vicky, I believe it, Lincoln. This is all so new for me. Lucy, I know. We will teach everything we know. Brittany, all right. We head out for Gotham Royal York Cemetery at sunset. Lucy, Anna, Maggie, Vicky, Yumi, Raven, Shannon, Lainey, Catherine, Haiku, Wednesday, you all come with me. Watch out, Dracula, your old enemy is coming for you. The angels of darkness will make sure you die and stay dead. Batman, Dracula may look like a man, but he's a monster and we intend to bury him permanently. Me, in the darkness of hell. At sunset at 7:45 p.m. they were in the cemetery and they saw an open mausoleum and they went in and they saw a broken wall. Batman is with them and he had a bunch of auto-injectors full of a cure for vampirism. Brittany, looks like someone broke the crosses that sealed the tomb. Lainey, it looks that way. Brittany, stay close. They went down into the tunnels and saw a series of caves and it was dark. Brittany had a special vision that enabled her to see the entirety circulatory system like a vampire does. It's like an infrared vision. Suddenly a bunch of vampires came out and they attacked and they cured them all. It was a vicious fight but they triumphed. They woke up and were back to normal. SWAT officer, what happened? Brittany, you were all vampires. Man, what? Brittany, there's no time to explain. You all have to get out of here now. Hurry. Lucy, that's right. Go. Brittany, come on. They went down into the cave and found the coffin of Dracula and it opened and out came Dracula himself. They appeared and landed in front of him. Brittany, Count Dracula. Dracula, Brittany Knudsen. How nice of you all to come. Lucy, it'll be the last time, monster. Maggie, you will pay for everything you've done. Dracula saw Batman. Dracula, so the folk tales are true. There is another bat in Gotham Royal York. Batman, Count Dracula, I presume? Dracula, a legend you are. Apparently intimate with. Batman, don't flatter yourself. Dracula, we cast kindred shadows. Have you not seen the news? Batman, I don't harm people. Dracula, you have no concept of the harm of which I am capable. If only because I hate to waste a life when it can be spent in servitude to me. Batman, life or living death. Dracula, to become vampire is to heighten all of one's senses. To attain speed, strength, and immortality. Brittany, all you are is a monster, Dracula. You should have stayed dead all those years ago. Batman, it's time for you to die again. Dracula, you all think you can win against me? Brittany, my ancestor did 130 years ago against you in Transylvania when he stabbed you in the heart with that stake. Dracula, your ancestor? Then that means... Brittany, that's right. I am a direct descendant of Gabriel Van Helsing who killed you 130 years ago. My name is Brittany Van Helsing Knudsen, your worst nightmare. Dracula, that murderous monster that killed me has family? Lainey, that's right, monster. Lucy, you will pay for everything you've done over the centuries. Anna, and my family won't be at peace until you die. Haiku, your reign of evil ends now. Dracula, you know Brittany, your ancestor didn't have his memory when he fought me. Brittany, imitating Hugh Jackman, some things are better left forgotten. Brittany then punched Dracula in the face and kicked him in the back. Yumi went vampire and she kicked him in the stomach and slashed his arm. Maggie fired a blast of black fire at his leg and Vicky slashed him in the face and blinded him with solar fire. Haiku fired a blast of black fire and it hit his leg. Anna slashed his leg off with her sword. Brittany, let's go. They went through the caves and Dracula reattached his severed limbs and went after them. In the Batcave we were seeing Brittany and team on the Bat computer going through the caves and Dracula was hot on their tails. Me, here they come. Get ready guys. We stood ready in front of the solar machine. Brittany blasted a hole into the cave and jumped onto the platform. Dracula, go on. Run. I am beyond human Brittany. I am evil incarnate. I am the prince of. He saw us in front of the machine. Dracula, darkness. Me, rise and shine. Very, time to see the light. I press a button and the machine activated and it released a huge blast of sunlight that sent Dracula crashing into the rock wall. Dracula knew that Batman was really Bruce Wayne. Dracula, you're Bruce Wayne. Batman, and the Batman. And you're dust. Brittany, 4 words for you Dracula, go back to hell. They flew and jumped away and Dracula was fully exposed to the sunlight and he bursted into flames and screamed in excruciating pain as he was on fire. Brittany swooped in and smashed Dracula into dust. All that was left of him was his disembodied skull with fangs. Brittany, and stay there. Anna, it's finally over. Brittany, after 600 long years, Dracula has now been officially silenced forever. She crushed the skull with her foot and the terror of Dracula was over. Brittany, great job guys. We did it. Lucy, that was a great plan Brittany. Maggie, and we triumphed by working together. Me, it was like a battle between heaven and hell. Brittany, it sure was in heaven one. Anna was eternally grateful that her family was free from Dracula forever. He will never terrorize the world again. We picked up Dracula's ashes and hurled them into the sun where they were vaporized completely. The end. Another fanfiction complete. AJJR12 gave me the idea for this one. Thanks for that man and thank you for refreshing my memory for it. The Batman vs Dracula from 2004 was awesome. Dracula is by far the most dangerous and most powerful vampire ever known to the world. Bram Stoker created him out of inspiration from the tyrannical and murderous 15th century King Vlad III the Impaler of Wallachia. He was called the Impaler because he impales his victims' heads on sticks and was responsible for the deaths of 500,000 people back in the 15th century. I used the concept of Van Helsing from 2004 to be in this. That was an awesome movie. They both were awesome movies. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.